Senator Gloria Ruobo, what's your intervention on this? Council, just hold.
Mr. Speaker, I wanted to intervene when Senior Counsel was there because we are following the proceedings, Mr. Speaker, and I feel that they are not allowing for the witness to answer. So if they can just allow for the witness to answer, because we are also following, we are not getting the...
Very well noted.
Yeah, they are badgering the witness.
That is passed. Senior Counsel has already concluded with the witness. Counsel, proceed and ask your questions.
Perhaps, Mr. Speaker, sir, before Council addresses you, we were cautioned that we have 4 hours. Just for guidance purposes, do our 4 hours include the cross-examination session and time consumed?
Yes, Counsel for the County Assembly. Remember, the directions given was that you've been given 4 hours wholesome, which means it's inclusive of your examination in chief, cross-exam, and re-exam. So you have so far, I believe, we started at 2:30, or rather 3:30. You've done almost 2 hours of your time.
And to that effect, will there be equality of arms? And I'm guided by your directions, Mr. Speaker, so that then the defense does not eat into our time, because that could be their strategy as well. And we still have 5 more witnesses aligned. Could we get directions as to how do we get equality of arms in that respect?
Proceed mindful of the time that is provided for the County Assembly as well as the defense, as we will deal with it as we progress. Senator Opoli.
Thank you. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Speaker. Yangu yalikuwa kwamba lazima nipate mwelekeo Mheshimiwa Speaker. Viongozi senators walio hapa si vyema wao kuchukua nafasi kana kwamba ni mawakili ama wawakilishi wa either washukiwa ama washtakiwa katika mswada huu Mheshimiwa Speaker. Wawache kesi iendelee jinsi inavyopaswa.
Yes, Senator Sifuna.
Perhaps, Chair, then the indication would be, I don't know if in the program there was specification of the amount of time to be taken in cross-examination, so that we have a fair idea of how much time is left for cross-exam. Even the counsel of the DG, I'm sure would want to know how much time he's playing with.
As earlier on indicated, the intervention, or rather the time that was given at the point of starting these proceedings was that 4 hours is availed to the County Assembly. The 4 hours was wholesome. That means you divide that time with regards to re-exam, cross-examination, and examination in chief. However, let's progress. Be mindful of the time. We will appropriately give instructions at that time, but be mindful of that time allocation as you proceed. Council, proceed.
Mr. Speaker, sir, members of the House, for the record, I am Kevin Mishuki, appearing for the Deputy Governor. Good afternoon, Mr. Misati.
Good afternoon to you.
I'll start you off by first inquiring. Are you a resident of Kisii County or Nyamira County?
I'm a resident of Nyamira County.
Nyamira County.
Yeah, I come from Nyamira County.
So if someone was to tell us you are a resident of Nyaribari, Chache, they would be lying.
It would be a lie.
It would be a lie.
Yes.
If Mr. Siochi, who moved the motion at the County Assembly, was to say you are a member of his ward, that would be a lie.
It will be a lie.
Okay.
Yes.
You've indicated that you are working and running businesses in Nairobi County.
Yes.
When did you move back to Kisii or to Nyamira?
After I did my interview.
No. April, March,
It was
February.
April. It was in the month of April. Yeah, last year.
April 2023.
Yes.
Okay. And then when did you go and meet the DG?
I met him at his home on 28th of May.
Of May.
Yes.
And that was the first time that you met the DG or went to his place?
That was the first time that I went to his place, but I had met him several before.
Okay, at his place, this was the first time you
This
went
was-
with your brothers
Yes.
and your father?
Yes.
Okay. How long had you been in Nairobi before that?
For a period of 13 years.
13 years.
Yes.
So since the DG came into office, you've been resident in Nairobi?
Yes.
Okay. So you cannot state how often your father visits the DG at his place?
I cannot tell.
Okay. So whether that was a regular occurrence or not, you cannot say?
Yes.
Okay. You've indicated that you were employed by a corporation known as Together as One.
Yes.
Have you provided any proof of this fact?
No.
Okay. Was the money that you utilized to invest in your salon sourced from your employment or from your gambling activities?
It was from my salon business.
So you moved to, I go back to the issue of moving to Nyamira in April. Yes?
Yeah.
This was before you learned of this job at Guasco?
After learning about the positions, when now relocated to Nyamira.
But when did you apply for this job, this particular job?
It was early April. After I made the application, I did the interview. So when I came back to Nairobi and moved back.
Okay, I'll move you to your, there's your sale agreement
Yeah.
of your salon.
Yeah.
You can refer to that.
Yes. I remember. I can remember the
It's
date.
in your bundle. Not that bundle, the other bundle. Yes, when was this agreement made? When was the agreement made?
Roy.
What page is that? You can, just for the house to be aware.
256. 256.
The agreement is dated at the bottom.
Yes.
On which date?
28th April.
20th April 2023.
Yes.
Okay. When you sold your salon, had you applied for the job?
There was a communication that the adverts will be out, so I prepared for an interview.
Had you even learned of this job at that time?
At this time, yes.
Okay. I'll take you to
Yes.
your statement.
Sorry?
To your statement. Refer to your statement. It's at page. Still bundle, volume number 1 of the County Assembly's bundle. All right, it's at page 248. Yes, I'd like you to read paragraph number 6 for the House. Mr. Misati,
Sorry,
just read it out.
I read that. Number 6.
Yes.
That on Friday, 21st April 2023, while I was working with the company known as Together as One Microfinance as a marketer, my father brought to my attention the advertisement for job vacancies with Wasco on its website. I downloaded the advert and applied for the post of a commercial manager.
Yes, so on the 21st, when your father brings it to your attention,
Yeah.
that there's a job at Guasco, you had already made an agreement and sold your salon.
There was an earlier communication that I
No.
should prepare.
We go with what is on
Yes,
record.
yes.
According to the record,
Yeah.
you had already sold your salon.
We had made an agreement, but I had not sold the salon.
Council Mishuki.
An agreement to do it.
Council
to sell,
Mishuki, just
yes.
for purposes of housekeeping and for purposes of timekeeping as well, I have indicated that you, both for purposes of the case of the county assembly, had 4 hours allocated. We have so far done 52 minutes in examination in chief. Cross-examination so far has taken 60 minutes. We are yet to deal with re-examination. Now, going forward, Council Mishuki, remember, if I had Senior Council Katwa indicated that you will take 10 minutes, I believe you will be done hopefully in the next 5 minutes with your cross-examination, so that we embark on re-exam and rework on the timelines going forward with the remainder of the witnesses. So I'm giving you so that you close hopefully in the next 5 minutes
Mr.
on
Speaker.
that part. Before I give you back the mic, Senator Okongo.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, you have dealt with part of the issue that I wanted to draw to your attention. We have done a number of impeachments on plenary. And Mr. Speaker, what normally happens from the chair, you give guidance to the length of time that will be spent for cross-examination. You know, this is a time-bound proceeding. We only have 2 days. If the defense is allowed to cross-examine for the entire of this evening, we will not have the benefit of taking evidence from the other witnesses. Like what is happening, Council Katwa did very well. He took us through the agreement. He made reference to the dates. Council is again taking us back to the same agreement, repeating the same questions. I plead that you give guidance for full compliance on the time that the defense should take for cross-examination so that we make progress.
Point taken, and of course you are aware from the chair, there's definitely no way the chair can intervene as to what you've just said. However, for purposes of proceeding, Councilor Mishuki, you should be closing in the next 5 minutes. We will give directives. I will give directives in your next witness. Of course, this must have been your star witness, and that's why this much time has been taken. Proceed to conclude. That
Mr. Speaker, sir, we are guided and equally guided by Senior Counsel. Mr. Misati.
Yes.
We shall move from that point and move to a quite emotive issue, it seemed. In your evidence in chief, you raised an issue that is neither in your statements or in the motion that was moved in a county assembly, about your wife who was expectant having a miscarriage.
Yes, I did.
You can confirm to the House that this was not in your complaint to Honorable Siochi.
I had explained to him
The letter that we have, is it in that letter?
In the letter, it was not there.
Okay.
So
Is it in the motion that was moved at the county assembly?
I'm not aware, but I thought this was more of a personal family issue.
You have raised it before this tribunal, so
Yes.
we have to go to it.
Yes.
Have you put before this court, this honorable House, any documents to support this fact?
No, I haven't, because it was it took place in Kisii. I was not able to get the documents.
Can you at least give us a timeline? When did it happen?
It was August last year.
August last year.
Yes.
You've indicated that you made a statement to the AACC.
Yes, I did.
Yes. I'll take you to the follow-up that we have, the one you were referred to by Mr. Kato, just for confirmation purposes.
Yes.
There's nothing else you have placed before this tribunal or sent to Siochi with regards to the EACC?
I made the complaint when I came here around January. So when I made the complaint to EICC.
But nothing has been placed before this house, except that follow-up letter.
It was the follow-up letter.
Okay. You also testified that Lucy Waheto was called to record a statement at EACC, according to your knowledge, yes?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Were you, on what source did you get this information? Where did you get this information from?
I made a complaint to EICC.
Where did you get the information that Lucy had been called to EACC to record a statement?
Through the communication I got from EICC.
You got a communication from
EICC? Yeah,
EACC?
this lady who called me after I submitted my
What was this lady called? This is another unknown person?
I cannot remember the exact name, but...
So another nameless unknown person from EACC. We move to the money that you paid. The transactions happened on the 28th of May.
Yes.
Was this before or after you were shortlisted?
It was after.
It was after you were shortlisted.
Yeah.
Was this before or after you were interviewed?
It was after I was interviewed.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were making a bribe to engage a process that had already occurred?
Earlier on, I did not call it a bribe.
Or a facilitation
Yes,
to facilitate a process
Yeah.
that had already occurred? Okay. The nod should go on record. You have noted
Means
yes.
yes.
Okay.
Means yes, yeah.
That must be your conclusion, right?
Mr. Speaker, sir, give me just some leeway, 2 questions.
I'd given you 5 minutes, Council.
They're almost, I can see a few seconds.
Yes, that's why I'm telling you that must be your last question.
Mr. Misati,
Yes, sir.
you explained that the reason you went with your father to this meeting was to act as a witness to the facilitation fee being paid.
Yes.
Okay. Were your brothers, who you say were also there,
Yes.
also witnesses?
This was my money. This was my...
No,
yes.
I'm not asking you whose money it was. Were your brother also witnesses to this facilitation fee?
Yes, they
payment?
were present, yeah.
They were?
Yeah.
Have you called any of them as your witnesses to support that fact?
I haven't.
You haven't?
Yes.
Okay. You're afraid they'll say something different?
Sorry?
You're afraid they'll say something different? Or they'll side with your father and say that was his money?
I don't know the communication, but I took it personal, on a personal level.
Last question.
Yeah.
The follow-up that we discussed from the EACC at page 16 of the DG's bundle. Page 16, 16.
Yes?
You can see that letter?
Yes.
When was it received at the EACC?
It was written on 20th February,
20th February of which year?
2024, this year.
Of this year?
Yes.
After the motion had already been moved at the county assembly?
It was before.
A motion was not placed at the county assembly on the 13th?
I cannot tell the...
You cannot tell the particulars of...
issues, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Misati.
Okay.
Very well. Mr. Ndegwa.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Now we need to guide in terms of time. How much time do you need for...
Mr. Speaker, sir, for re-examination, I'll only take we'll take cumulatively a total of about 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Proceed, then we'll guide on the subsequent witnesses.
Dennis, you recall being asked a